Hello.
All right. Mama T, I see your icon. Are you there? You requested to come in. Are you there? Hello. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well. Let me send her a message there. Mama T's Tamara. So I don't know if what happened over there. Let me just send her a message real quick. And then we'll get started. Hope one of her buttons. Sometimes her kids get the code of her phone and buttons or wind up calling me. I'm like, hello. Like, oh, children. All right, let me just get her a message here and I will get started. And as always, suddenly goes off is the computer crash. It shouldn't crash anytime soon, but totally unpredictable. So, folks, if you see something break, I will come back in about 5 minutes. Come on. All right. Well, anyway, let me talk about it. So, welcome to the channel. I am High Heel Knight. Welcome to the channel. We are talking about the shortages that are indirectly caused by this global pandemic here. So the title of the live stream is "The Thingamabob That Does the Job," and that is a line from Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, famous song from the classic Disney Cinderella film. Basically, with these shortages and problems, our people and what? Oh, there she is. Hey, I'm just about to send you a message. How are you? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Say something.
You hear me now?
Yes. Hey, there you are.
I must not have my mic
connected. Oh, okay.
I'm on my laptop. I'm on my laptop today to try to keep things a little bit more.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, now that we're all here, so once again, the topic is about shortages that we are experiencing or dealing with, and finding alternatives to those shortages, or just living without, or maybe relearning a new skill, or finding a substitution, which is why it's called the Thingamabob that does the job. We have done things a certain way just 2 months ago, doing some things very easily. Now we got to find other ways to do it. So we're going to start with the question policy. Yesterday, we were talking about potentially rationing out some of our food for dinners, because usually we have, like, say, 2 pieces of chicken or items like that, and everything just kind of compared. Are there any other rations you are concerned about? Because the stores are open, but some things are getting resupplied and some things are not. And even the things that are getting resupplied are sometimes being bought up very quickly. So are there any shortages that you are concerned with in the coming days and weeks?
So probably the water. How is the water? Because I don't go out.
Drinking water, like bottled water.
Yeah, the bottled water.
That's pretty fine. That's been pretty fine. And we still have 2 big old multi-packs of water in the basement that Mom bought earlier before this all went crazy.
And I know that you drink bottled water. For me, I prefer bottled water because I can track my water better, because I have to make sure I stay hydrated. And by drinking bottled waters, I know that I've had 4 bottles of water today. At 12-ounce bottles, that's 48, the ounces, so I can track how much water I'm drinking. But tonight, I'm having good old-fashioned tap water. Like, I can drink out of my fridge. We have that water softener in the fridge that goes through the filter, and it tastes just fine to me. So we're not worried about buying up water, because experience the hurricane,
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of learned to deal with what I have, and I can boil water if it comes down to it.
Mhm.
You know, hurricane bad, but I'll stick with my faucet water.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna hunt
And
for it.
I know that my father's wanted some sort of spices. The spices are slowly dwindling. It doesn't seem like spices are going down. But any other food or
Well, I was wondering, what about in the stores? That's the water supply in the stores.
well, the water supply in the stores so far has been decent. I haven't seen any posting for limits, but I also haven't seen people, hoarding them. So as far as I can tell, the bottled water supply is still pretty solid up here.
Right.
It's fine. It's fine down here. I haven't really noticed a deep, hamburger meat is horrible down here. Everybody's going for hamburger meat.
Mm-hmm. And we also we talked about that East Orange is giving out food to seniors or all citizens, or how's that working out? You can show me that flyer.
All citizens.
All
Right.
citizens. Okay.
Yeah.
During certain times of the day, of course. But, yeah.
Yeah. And then the children during the week they give out at the schools.
Yeah.
But you have to be school age.
Right. Well, at least that's still operating, because that's essential. A lot of families relying their children to have a meal from their school. So has down in where you are in Florida, have the counties or cities been offering rations to seniors, as far as you know? Or,
not as far as we know, but that's not anything we've actually looked into. But for the kids, I picked up the meals today. When it first started, I had to have them all with me. Well, in my van, I can maybe fit 5 kids in the back and 1 kid in the front. So it's 6 kids. Yes, I only have 2. But the 2 that I'm watching and my 2 neighbor kids, I'd have to cram them all in the car and then take them all out to the school to pick up their meals, which was a pain in the butt, because getting 6 people in the car, now we're all in a crowded space, we're all breathing the same air for 2.5 miles down the road, sit in the line for 20 minutes, then 2.5, then the 2 miles back. It's ridiculous. Today I was able to go down there and say I need 6 meals. They put 6 meals in my front seat and I drove off.
That's good.
I took 2 of them to my neighbor's. She has kids. Her van is never reliable, so I don't mind picking them up for her. I know that she's a single mom. She could use the extra help, and they gave us extra because tomorrow there's no school. If they were in school, there would have been no school kind of day. So they didn't plan on having lunches, period. So they gave us extra. The bags were extra big. They had extra cheese. So I split the bags up. We used 2 of them today. We'll use 2 of them tomorrow. And
okay. All right. Well, let me go to the next thing. So yesterday I was talking about that ShopRite, how it was running low on toilet paper, but the store next to it had several rolls out in the display case. So I did go there today, and the rolls of toilet paper were only 79 cents a roll, which is very good, because I went to a Walgreens and they had these bundles. It was like 4 packs, but you buy 2 packs for $4. That's basically 50 cents a roll. So it wasn't any significant gouging. But wait a minute, we got a very special guest coming in. Very special guest. Well, all of you are special guests, but hopefully I can get a video here. I can hear you. I can't see you though. There he is.
Guys, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm not hearing you, unfortunately. So that's going to be a problem.
I can hear you.
I've never tried this before.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Let me put that in the comments.
Darn it.
It has to do with the earphones. Well,
Tell you
let's
what,
see.
oh wait, I know what I could. Well, it's going to be on a delay.
I posted.
Whoa, somebody got a
comments in the-
haircut. I can tell that though. I can't hear you, but you're looking sharp there, Lance. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hardly recognized you. Shoot, guys, I'm sorry.
Well, hopefully he'll see these comments because he and his family did something called a drive-by birthday parade, which is what they call later on. You know, a lot of people want to sell it out, but obviously can't because, you know, what people say at home and social distance. So I'm wondering if drive-by birthday parade was a bunch of friends just being in the cars saying, hey, waving the hi as they drive by and you know, celebrating while the birthday person staying aside. And Matt Rogers, he's also a newscaster, so I would definitely love a little input on if we can hear or see.
Try something.
So look at the comments. I'm gonna take the banner. Maybe that'll do it. Hopefully we'll see that. So, but if that is true, then that's a great thing because another topic was like this couple, they wanted to get married, but they couldn't hold the ceremony in the churches or anything like that. Oh goodness! So they got married. So they were on the person who, doing the ceremony was in his apartment outside the window. And the guests were in cars on the street, you know, clapping and things like that. And they did the ceremony that way. Alternatives to the hi, Jonathan.
So I was just trying to read lips here and wait for you to be done there. High Heel Night. I think you are. I'm reading the comment. You wanted to know about the drive-by birthday parade. So, yeah. So basically, my son's best buddy. He just turned 7 today, and of course, with all of the things in place with social distancing and all of that, his family and my wife put together a little thing. We all met at a spot. Everybody decorated up their cars, and we did a little parade. There was probably, gosh, I bet there was close to 10 cars, and we all had them decorated. And we did a little slow drive by the house. They were out in the yard, and everybody, you know, yelled out and honked the horns and waved, and just tried to make the day a little more special than I guess it could have been. Obviously, not ideal, but you know, it was kind of different, kind of fun, and I think he enjoyed it. So at this point, it's really kind of all we could do. But yeah, so his name was Andrew. So happy birthday to Andrew! Just turned 7, and you know, it's a tough time for you know, the kids if they're celebrating a birthday, or you know, the people in school that maybe the seniors that were looking forward to graduations and you know, maybe their final season of sports or band or whatever they were in. A lot of people are missing out on things that most of us had the opportunity to experience, and so you kind of feel for them in that regard. But that's kind of what happened this evening. It was actually pretty neat. I got to be honest. It was again different, but you know, you felt like you were at least doing something for the little guy.
We're going to miss kindergarten.
That is wonderful. Everyone clap for him so you can see it. I don't think you can hear us, but everyone clap for him.
Any new social distancing mandates? No, we've here. I'm in Washington State, and we've kind of been we were one of the first states to really start hitting a lot of this stuff pretty hard, because a lot of the cases started here. Oh, it looks like Mama T is taking off there. Oh, she's back. Okay. Hi, Professor Policy. I don't know you guys, but I wish I could hear you. I apologize for this. I'll try to get this worked out. I've never tried doing this before with somebody else. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Washington State. We were one of the front runners on this because it was hitting the west side of our state so hard early on. There were a lot of deaths, actually specifically at a nursing home on the west side of the state. And I'm on the east side of the state, almost on the Idaho border. But basically, we went into a social distancing situation where a lot of businesses closed down. All of our businesses pretty much closed down except for essential businesses. And it's been that way now for going on a couple of weeks. All the restaurants are just, if they have a drive-through option, takeout, they're allowing them to do that, but no dine-in situations. So I think that's pretty common now throughout most of the country, but it's tough when it comes to those businesses. But yeah, it seems like maybe, according to some of the latest numbers, we've hopefully hit our peak here in Washington State. A lot of the focus now has shifted, of course, back east. New York, I know, went through a pretty tough spell here in the last few days. And there's some other hot spots popping up, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that here in Washington, we are through the worst of it anyway. We'll have to just see what happens. But
well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for that update. He's on Washington State. Let me just send one more message to him.
I know for a fact that
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Mom.
That fishing is canceled. My friend lives directly on the Yakima River.
Oh, I see. Professor Policy is your father. That's cool. Nice to meet you, Professor Policy. You've got a very talented young man there, and I've enjoyed working with him thus far. So here on this whole YouTube thing. So I'm sure down the line here, I'll get this figured out and I'll be able to actually chat with you a little bit. And Mama T is your former roommate. Oh, cool. All right. Well, tight-knit group here, and I'm proud to be and honored to be a part of it here this evening. And I wanted to just, if High Heel Night's going to let me do it, I'm going to let you guys know that I'll be doing our typical Thursday night stream I do with my wife. We do this every Thursday night at 7:00 Pacific, so in about an hour from now. And we usually play some type of game. And this month, the month of April, we're doing the loser game every Thursday night. It's kind of fun. And we're actually going to be giving away a prize at the end of the month. So by playing, even if you win or lose, everybody's, I like to say, play loser and be a winner. Okay, so you play, you get yourself entered into the drawing that we're going to have at the end of the month. So it's a lot of fun. We stream for about an hour, and just have some fun with it. People have some great stories to answer the questions, and so if you have a chance, swing on by. That's on Rants with Rogers here in about an hour. Thanks a lot for having me, you guys.
Thank you. Everyone wants to clap again for him. Clap for him, please.
All right. See you guys.
What I was going to say about everything being closed in Washington, fishing is closed. One of my good friends, he was one of the music directors when I was growing up at my church. Love it, Jonathan. He lives directly on the Yakima River. Literally, his house is here. His yard is here. The river's, like his house, the yard, the river. He goes kayaking directly from his backyard. They're giving out $1,000 fines if he is caught fishing on his own property. It's like it is against the law right now to fish. He does catch and release anyway.
Really?
He goes to the
and he's by himself, right?
He's by himself, but it's against the law. They have banned fishing. Fishing,
Wow.
you don't go out in a big group when you go fishing. It's not like, oh, let's go get all my cousins, uncle, brothers, nieces and nephews. Let's all go
Yeah,
fishing.
yeah.
A
It
real
was a major
fisherman
gathering. Will make sense.
goes out, and he's secluded, but it's against the law.
Wow.
No.
That sort of goes back what I was saying yesterday about how these government restrictions, just slowly saying less and less and less and less things you can do, and that's a lot of stuff is legal or supposed to be legal.
I'm gonna be here, but Jonathan is having a little bit of a rough night, so I might be in and off with camera.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We only have like 2 more topics anyway. So maybe she's there, maybe not. But well, we can hear her. Well, yeah, I was talking about them yesterday, Professor Folly, how these things to keep us safe. They're telling us less and less things we can do. For instance, Jill Lynch and her boyfriend, they like to go out to the park for fun, and now they're probably going to close the park for Easter weekend because I know a lot of people like to go to the parks on Easter weekend. It's like, well, they'll probably close the park, so that's one less thing to do. And now, she's telling us that a person on his own property isn't being allowed to fish by himself. That's ridiculous. How do you find out?
It's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah. Like they start and then they seem like they add on and add on and add on. It becomes sort of like never stop adding on. So even just closed the parks, but they had the Eagle Rock Reservation, they had the reservations open so people could walk, hike. People like to do that, but then they closed the reservations also. The people were saying, well, why, we don't really congregate in the reservation, we're just walking and there's a lot of room. But to your point, it seems like they get on a roll and like, what else can we do? What else can we do? What other restrictions can we make? But hopefully,
now
if we turn, they'll take them off and things will go back to normal.
Yeah, but as they say, where there's chaos, there's opportunity, and there are still some things that we can do. For instance, Professor Foley, you've been doing your exercises at home. You normally go to the senior center to do your exercises, right? But now you've been doing them at home.
Yeah, right. So, and he tells us, if we don't come in sometimes, that you know what the exercises are, just do them at home. So I try to keep up my same routine in the same day, so when I do go back, I can still, go right in. So, and it's exercises that you can do from your chair, those type of exercises.
And Mama T, you made a mask. Do you have that around?
Well, it fell apart, but it's easy to put back together.
All right. And if you're still here, hello. Thank you for joining the stream. I sent you a hello on the comment section. So if you're still here, hello. We're going to be wrapping up soon. So just please keep on watching if you want to be watching. But we're going to 2 more topics and we'll be wrapping up soon.
I mean, it'll do the job.
Yeah. I'll let you go into stores because today I went to ShopRite and even
I think I froze you all.
Very nice.
Just so you know, Lance, you're completely frozen.
oh good.
Oh,
Goodness. All right, I'm
I'll
back.
give him a call.
There's internet without. There's Mama. Can you hear me, Mama?
Yes.
Lance.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Everyone's here. All right. I guess we had an internet hiccup there. Yeah, I was saying like learning how to make masks. That's pretty much a skill we're all going to have to learn. Nobody start putting that in school once school starts getting done. Learn how to make your own mask. So, put it a part of standard arts and crafts lessons. So another positive I want to talk about.
Lance, you were saying like, what did we do before we had these things? Well, it used to be that the girls had to take cooking and sewing in school, and the boys had to take shop. So
yeah, oh yeah,
that was,
I did cooking, sewing, and shop.
You did? Yeah, was it mandatory or was it?
Nothing was mandatory. I did wood shop.
Elective, or you?
It was just selective. I was a tomboy. I did a wood shop and auto shop, and then I did my home ec.
No, yeah, that might have to, those sort of things might have to come back.
Well, I think it's homeschooling, because with all these spices being gone, the whole world's gonna come out cleaner. Their hands will be clean, their bottoms will be clean, and they'll know how to cook.
Yeah, we're all learning a bit more, or learning or relearning how to fend for ourselves and do things beforehand. Before microwaves, before
survival of the fittest.
Yeah. Yes, and creative, innovative. So one thing I want to talk about. So we do have Easter coming up, and I did see a couple of stores saying that they were going to be closed during Easter, and a lot of in recent years. Stores will have modified hours during these holidays, but I do remember growing up when stores would either be closed on Sunday or definitely closed on major holidays. And so the sign says they want to give their workers an opportunity to, relax. And I think that might be a positive. Like if a lot of places close on Sunday, even if they don't follow a faith, it gives a lot more people the time to just breathe, assess their current situation, and potentially, come back the next day with a plan or stronger, or it might hopefully give at least, even though everyone's be home, hopefully it will give everyone a chance to breathe. Do you think is that a possibility, or you think it might get zanier that people have to be home definitely on Sunday, absolutely nowhere to go?
I think all stores should be closed on Sundays. I think they should be a day to give the employees the time to rest, the economy to kind of, not the economy, but, everybody to kind of like mellow out, where they don't have to run everywhere. Gas stations, can't be closed because people got to get gas. Essential businesses, no, but what's the point of, having a family if you never get a chance to spend any time with them?
Well, right now a lot of people are spending time with their families in a way. But Professor Fossey, and you have a specialized in social awareness and social. So do you think a definitive day, even though people's going to be staying inside, do you think this is going to be a good thing for this coming Sunday, where everyone have that pause?
Well, our church, with the new technology, it seems like human beings go through phases of the new technologies, keeping up with the change. Like our church has a service online now, through Facebook, and then they have it online where you can do www.stjamesexperience.com. So it's possible that people could stay at home and still sort of like do what they did, even if things are closed. Maybe it's closed, but maybe shopping online, maybe putting the orders in to pick up on Monday or something like that. Yeah, I think it'd be a permanent change. I don't know exactly how it'll come out on the other side. But I was listening to Dr. Fauci. He was saying, like, shaking hands, now that might go by the wayside. You know, that's a custom that we do in America. But now with social distance, we may no longer shake hands as an American custom. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. So I hope that Sunday will get everyone a chance to pause and breathe and refresh. But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I want to thank my guest, Mama T, for coming in, first of all, for joining in. Certainly, Matt Rogers of Branford Rogers and Tater Miser, you're still around. And thank you for popping by as well. I also want to thank my friend Kat Dickerson. She's the one that suggested Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, which was a different lyric, but it was it can do magic, believe it or not. And I said, well, I don't want people to come into the stream thinking we're doing magic tricks. But the other one, I thought it worked out pretty well with everyone having to learn new skills or relearn new skills, as you said, first policy, going back to shop, home ec, learning to sew, learning to craft your own things back, so learning to live in my opinion. I'm going to switch my cameras real quick. Hold on. Here we go. Because I always want to end on a happy note or a positive note. And Jill Lantern has been, hello, there it is, has been sending me these positive messages that we're going through the month of May. So, month of April. Here we go. So it says, I've got to get out of my head and feel it instead. So that's the positive model. Each day, April, this is the positive model. That's the model of the day. I've got to get out of my head and feel it instead. So I'm hoping when Sunday comes, people can have a moment to get out of their heads and feel at least peace, whether they watch live streams, whether they just chat, whether they just take a long nap. Maybe they do some stretching, maybe do some exercises. Maybe the government can have a moment to figure out, better plans on how to handle this situation. But yeah, we'll make it through one way or another. But yeah, we got to get out of our heads sometimes and feel it instead. Let me switch back to my camera and say bye, everybody. So once again, I want to thank my guest, Professor Policy, Mama T, Matt Rogers of Branford Rogers. Thank you, Kate Dickerson, for the suggestion of the song. Thank you, Tater Miser. Thank you, everyone that watched the stream. There'll be one more stream tomorrow on Saturday. And no. So see, I can't even remember what it is. It's Thursday. There's 2 more streams. I guess I better get out of my head earlier.
I actually like these streams. You should keep them up.
Well, I plan on. I possibly will do it on a weekly basis after the series is over. But yeah, this is fun. Yeah, and plus I was supposed to start my new job tomorrow, but they got to reschedule me. So I got to see what happens that.
Where are you going to be working now?
Potentially Amazon in Amazon warehouse, but not a warehouse job. It's a warehouse job, but not like lifting. It's complicated, but basically Amazon part-time. I was supposed to start tomorrow 5:15 a.m., but they had to change my schedule or something like that, so I'm waiting to hear from them. But anyway, once I get that settled, I can figure out my streaming settled and things like that. And I still want to do, movie reviews and things like that. So that's off subject. In the meantime, thank you guys. Have a great night. And remember, find inspiration everywhere. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.